This is the biggest giveaway we've ever had. How about that Makyra 16 paired with a beautiful UC rail rod custom wrap by Z Custom Rods. We're going to pair those two items. That's worth over $1,500 for the first prize. We also have a rain shadow rail rod, which is absolutely beautiful. Tuna riot poppers and so much more. Contact Joe Zimmer at 310-918-1448. You can Venmo, you can Zelle, you can win. It's going to be a beautiful night, October the 13th, on Tackle Shop Confessions, when we're going to give all of that away. Make sure you get on board.
Please don't forget to support the Friedman Adventures family members who make this all possible, like the taxman, Tim Marquez, and your garage door man, Joe Welker, who does a great job and gets rave reviews here at Friedman Adventures. Heating and or air conditioning needs, it's our dear friend John Lopez, and also the Island Spirit, Ventura Sport Fishing. You can't beat it. Chris Isaac and the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org.
And if you have a leaky roof, then go visit my dear friend Brett at pelicanroofsocal.com. They'll get out, get you fixed up so you can get out and catch some more fish on your next adventure. pelicanroofsocal.com.
Get out of bed and wake up the kids, 'cause you know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Fishing reports up and down the coast with Phil Friedman, your coffee-loving host. So much fishing intel, it feels like cheating when you tune into the morning briefing. Inshore, offshore, from the surf, bluefin, yellowtail, pod, surf, perch. They'll tell you where the fish are and what they're eating when you tune into the morning briefing. So give it a like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of all the fishing content coming your way. Friedman Adventures is here to make your fishing day. It's a morning briefing, morning briefing.
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. This lovely Friday morning. It is really great to be with you all. We've got a lot to talk about here on the morning briefing. We're going to talk about our long range guys. They've been dodging that tropical storm Priscilla that is manifesting itself with some heavy rain and some big swells and seas. It's made things difficult for the long range boys, no question about it. In fact, down in that neck of the woods is the island of Cedros, and so many people like to fly into that island. A lot of trips were canceled because that hurricane, or actually downgraded to a tropical storm, and may have lost even more force since that time, is passing nearby Cedros, so a lot of plans have been canceled there. Our bluefin tuna bite for some have been absolutely outstanding here in Southern California. And speaking of that, we're dropping a video today of our last 2-day trip on board the Amigo. So many great folks came out for that. It premieres at 1 o'clock this afternoon on YouTube. You're going to want to check it out. You'll see great action, lots of fun. Tino Valentine and the great crew of the Amigo doing a great job, and so many great anglers who came out for that trip. And John Garma and the dog, they put on a clinic along with other anglers who caught so many bluefin tuna using some techniques that you're going to want to know about. We'll cover the surf and so much more. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh my goodness, a little bit of a late start today, and I deeply apologize, but man, I don't know if I have a broken rib or what, but I've been dealing with a little bit of pain here this morning, so I apologize. I promise no more whining at any other time during the morning briefing here this morning. If you don't mind, hit that like button, share these videos everywhere. Make sure you subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that rotten, filthy, disgusting little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. Water feels a little chilly to me here this morning. You can also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Instagram. Did I say that already? Anyway, I'll tell you, there's so much to talk about. First of all, the long-range voice. I know the Royal Star. I've got a good friend on there, Rob Doobie, who is on board, and he says they've been running around trying to avoid that storm for a lot of their trip. Previous to that, there was great yellowfin tuna fishing down there. Awesome yellowtail action. The Royal Polaris found some very good yellowtail action here recently, so they were able to cash in on that. But that tropical storm Priscilla continues to make its way up the Baja Peninsula. Might result in some rain here in Southern California in the coming days. We'll be watching that for you very, very closely. I already told you about Cedros in Mexico. Let's talk Ensenada. Continued good bluefin and yellowfin, occasional dorado on the kelps down there in Ensenada. That's been going along very, very well here recently. They're going to get quite a bit of wind, and the forecast is not good for the tuna zones. In fact, back there around Tannerbank right now, it's blowing 18 knots as I am coming to you. That is not nice, and it's going to worsen. I'll have more on that in another second or two. There's also some yellowtail zooming around Ensenada. You can find yellows around the Todos Santos Island area down to the south around Santo Tomas. There's been some yellowtail, and also there's a little bit of fish, you know, out in front of the Hotel Corral. Guys are trolling around with Rapala style lures and getting bit in there. Also, you can catch sand and calico bass and do quite well on that. So good stuff. Let's talk about our offshore bluefin tuna. Some of the guys come out of Point Loma. I'm talking about San Diego, California, USA, and they hang a left and go down the Baja Peninsula where they found some yellowfin tuna. They've also found some bluefin tuna. At times, it can be really, really good, and other times, it can be very, very scratchy. Chuck Zimmer from Z Custom Rods, a dear friend of the Friedman Adventures family, of yours truly personally. I love Chuck. He was on board the Ranger 85 on a 3-day trip, and it was tough fishing. They went down to the south and tried to catch fish and really didn't scratch out that much, and ended up out on Cortez Bank where they scratched out a few fish, but nothing all that spectacular. And remember, you can text Chuck. You can get a hold of Chuck because it's this Monday night. Don't delay. We've got $2,000 worth of great rods and reels that we'll be giving away and that you can take advantage of. Send Chuck a text right now. He's a great guy, and he'll get you signed up for this great giveaway. I know you're gonna love that. All right, let me give you a couple scores here to give you an indication of what's going on. Our very own Scott Bucher was on board decking on the Ocean Odyssey on a 1.5-day trip, and Scott says, man, we had good fishing, limit style fishing on the 10 to 30 pound bluefin tuna. Yeah, it is that plunker kind of bite. So when I say limit style fishing, that's 2 bluefin per angler on the trip. And you know, at no point on most of these trips is it like lights out wide open. It's just kind of steady. 2 going, 3 going, you go dry, you got 1 going, you get 5 going maybe once in a while. Guys choosing a hot bait, changing that bait regularly, get all the bites, along with, of course, fishing lighter tackle like 25 to even 20 pound fluorocarbon, and something like a number 6 or number 4 size hook. So that will make all the difference in the world. Scott, thanks for the great update. New low end, 19 guys, 3-day trip, 71 bluefin, 10 yellowtail, 3 dorado, 10 yellowfin tuna. Poseidon on a 3-day trip, 70 bluefin, 3 yellowtail, 3 skipjack, 10 yellowfin tuna. That southern fish, that yellowfin, it's really off the bite right now. Will Priscilla flush more warm water and more yellowfin tuna up our way? Only time will tell. Legend, 27 anglers on a 3-day trip, $134 on the bluefin tuna, 41 yellowtail, 3 dorado, and 45 on the yellowfin tuna. And our dear friends from the Fibbers Christian Fishing Club, I didn't have their exact score the other day, but they got in from a recent trip on board the Pursuit, who ran a day-and-a-half trip, and they said it was fun. Charlie said, man, Phil, we had so much fun on that trip. Ended up with 24 bluefin tuna, a couple of yellowtail, and a lot of great bottom fish for the really wonderful, beautiful people from the Fibbers Christian Fishing Club. We love them very, very much. Jeff Lingle fishing a yacht down there at 140 miles right now. Had 6 bluefin tuna last night for the nighttime bite. So not bad for him, as he ended up with 1 kite fish right as the sun was setting, like a 135-pound bluefin tuna down there. He is currently on the beach trying to find a white sea bass. What he's got on his hands right now is really big sand bass biting, some big sand bass providing great action. I got a huge halibut on that trip, and they had a guitar fish that kind of fooled them. They thought maybe we got a big croaker here, but it ended up being a big guitar fish, also known as a shovel-nosed shark. So there you have it. Now we have to segue into the wind. I mentioned it's blowing 18 knots out there right now. It's going to worsen, and it's going to stay breezy for the next several days. You get a little bit of a reprieve on Sunday, and then it kind of blows up again on Monday. It's going to be very unstable and windy conditions, and that's not going to help things. In fact, on Saturday, I doubt that it's fishable. In fact, it doesn't look fishable to me at all out there. It is going to blow that hard. So we'll keep our eyes on this weather situation, but for right now, that wind is going to come up, and it's going to make things very, very difficult with regard to any offshore fishing in subsequent days. We'll continue to watch it for you very, very closely. Hopefully things will come together. Islands, Coronado Islands, a few yellowtail down there in that neck of the woods. Not a whole lot, and plenty of rockfish and, you know, calico bass every once in a while. At San Clemente Island, we were just there, and it was very slow for the most part, but it's really kind of up and down. One day you'll get a good bite on the yellowtail in the cove, fish and dropper with live or fresh dead squid, and then at other times it's very, very tough and slow. So that has definitely been the situation at Clemente. There's you know, some rockfish to bite, and every once in a while you find really good calico bass fishing, but there's a lot of really slow days in there. Catalina Island, just kind of plucking away at a variety of different species, but really not wide open on anything. Lots of rockfish, that's the safe bet, but trying to get a bass bite or a yellowtail bite has been very difficult here recently. Don't forget, the El Patron heads over to Catalina Island every single day if they have enough people, and they've reduced their weekday prices so you can afford to go with them to $1.25. I mean $125 to go to Santa Catalina Island on the El Patron, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Channel Islands, great rock fishing up there, occasional good bass fishing also, and very few sea bass and halibut. Avila Beach, Morro Bay, great rockfish. San Francisco, great rockfish if you have the weather on your side. Of course, 1/2 and 3/4 day boats, mostly sculpin, whitefish, sheephead, rockfish, that kind of a thing. But once in a while you catch a yellowtail down there around Point Loma, a few bass around Dana Point. Over here on the Native Sun out at 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California, they had a hit on some halibut. They had 5 halibut on their last trip. They also went 0 for 3 on bigger yellowtail. So a fall bite on yellows or something else, not out of the question. It's a little bit breezy here this morning, but not too terribly bad. A lot of that wind will be offshore, but some of that will also manifest itself Saturday inshore. So we'll just have to wait and see what that does to our conditions. We'll be watching that closely for you all. In the Southern California surf, down there at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California. Man, I'll tell you, they do such a great job with all the bait and tackle you'll need. They give away a free custom surf fishing rod every single week. You'll be wise to take them up on that, because all you have to do is go in there and buy the ruler that you'll use to upload your photos to Instagram, and that is all you have to do to be eligible with the biggest surf fish of the month to win that free custom rod. Down there around Huntington Beach, a few Corvina, but it's been a very poor year for Corvina. A few more barred surfers. Jeff Perea has been coming up with some short halibut. Nice going, Jeff, as well as some nice big barred perch. Up there in Santa Monica Bay is where we find the better Corvina fishing. Around the Manhattan Beach and Hermosa Beach piers, there's sand crabs, and up there at El Porto in the El Segundo area, we've also seen some really great stuff going on there. All right, two big things on the horizon. That big raffle is this Monday night on Tackle Shop Confessions. You are not going to want to miss it. Over $2,000 in giveaways. Make sure you send Chuck a text right now. Don't delay. Send him a text and you'll be eligible to win what you're looking at right there, right now. It's our biggest giveaway ever on Friedman Adventures with my dear friend Chuck Zimmer from Z Custom Rods. You're going to have to really tune in and watch the show and see if you're the lucky winner, but make sure you take care of that right now. And also, we are dropping our brand new video. 2 days on the Amigo out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. We had great fishing for a great group of anglers on a great boat out of a great landing. Are you getting the idea that I thought it was a great trip? Well, if you are, you're absolutely right. See a whole lot of surfers down there. Man, there's a lot of guys down there. It could be some kind of memorial, and if it is, we send our love, thoughts, and prayers to whomever they are honoring today. It could be something else also, but a lot of times when you see that kind of a gathering, that's what it is. All right, my friends, I'm limping back up to the house. I can't thank you enough for all your love and support. We really appreciate it here at Friedman Adventures. Big raffle Monday night. Take advantage of it right now while there's time. 1 o'clock this afternoon, we'll premiere our latest Friedman Adventures video. Thanks again. Have a great one. And I hope to see you really, really soon. The biggest giveaway we've ever had. How about that Macaira 16 paired with a beautiful UC rail rod custom wrap by Z Custom Rods. We're going to pair those two items. That's worth over $1,500 for the first prize. We also have a rain shadow rail rod, which is absolutely beautiful. Tuna riot poppers and so much more. Contact Joe Zimmer at 310-918-1448. You can Venmo, you can Zelle, you can win. It's going to be a beautiful night, October the 13th, on Tackle Shop Confessions, when we're going to give all of that away. Make sure you get on board.